Rice from Tastemaker Collective on Apple News. I am here with Mïka Lewis. She just dropped a dope single. We just finished watching the music video, and you were saying about your progression and how you've come so far. I think I remember first interviewing you. I think it was your first single that you had out, and the song, the visuals was great, and I saw the growth. And to see this music video, I'm like just blown away. How do you feel? Like, where are you at? Where your mindset at as an artist for Mïka Lewis?
Thank you, by the way. I've loved seeing the evolution of the videos, and of myself as an artist in general. I actually sat down and watched all 3 videos like in order, and just to see like the style changes and the way that I was like doing my hair and the way that I was dressing, the artistic direction of the videos. It's been cool to see that. I think it's just, I'm getting to show a lot more of myself.
Yeah.
And that was a little hard for me at starting out.
Yeah, of course.
And I've got so much more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And so I've loved being able to like truly show that.
So what kind of inspired you on this latest single?
So I actually wrote this song 12 years ago. And I revisited it about 1.5 years ago. Okay. And so the inspiration, I guess, can come from different areas, because to me, this song means like, it can be used in a romantic sense or for friends or family, whoever that person in your life is that you just depend on and like really need and are always there for, and they're always there for you. So initially at the time when I wrote it, I think it was probably more based on my best friend at the time, because it was so long ago. But when I was rewriting it recently, the inspiration changed a little bit for me, because it was more the person that I was thinking of changed. So,
all right.
Now it's a little bit more romantic, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I can definitely relate to how you're saying, like, it can be for anyone. I see you definitely being in this time now where there's just a lot of suicides going on. So definitely love that song. It can be very relatable. Yeah. So what's got you wanting to start doing music? You said you wrote that song 12 years ago. So you must have been doing music.
Yeah, I started doing music, I mean, pretty much since I could talk. I've been singing. And I taught myself piano by ear when I was 10. And then because I wanted to be able to write music to the lyrics and everything that I was writing. And so it's always been a part of me since I can remember. It just more recently, in the last few years, like really got more serious for me.
All right. So how is your creative process now from back then?
There definitely is a difference in how I create music now. I think it was a little more random before. I was a young teenager, and so I think I just was playing around with music and trying to figure it out. Now it's very intentional. So, and I always tell everyone who asks me about my music that I use it as a therapy. It really helps me work through like situations and feelings. And so I just sit down with that, and I'll typically just start playing like a bunch of chords on the piano. I'll just start messing around with it and think about like what I really want to say. And then I typically will write a song pretty fast. In probably less than 2 hours, it's done. Okay. I just get it all out.
Oh, I love
so that. It's cool.
It's like you're trusting yourself, trusting whatever comes.
Yeah. And it's always a healing process for me. From the time I start to the time I'm finished with it, I feel like I've worked through that emotion, and it like really helps me heal.
Absolutely. So you've been writing a lot, so we have a lot of music to hear from you.
Yeah, I've been writing a lot recently. Wow. The last like 1.5 years, I've written, I can't even tell you how many songs. So it's been cool.
So now that you have all these songs, who is your ideal artist to collab with?
Julia Wolfe. I'm obsessed with her.
Okay.
I love her music.
Why Julia?
She has made a sound for herself. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that I've heard anyone who sounds like her. And she does just like this beautiful like singing, but then this like soft kind of female rap kind of thing. And her lyrics are just brilliant. And I've watched her grow before she ever barely was even releasing music.
Really?
Yeah, like her first single she ever released, I actually read an article about it before it was released.
Okay.
So I've followed her for the whole time. So I would love to be able to work with her one day. Okay. So, yeah.
Anybody else?
There's so many good artists, honestly. Okay. I think that if you're able to work with any artist that you admire or is talented, I think that's a blessing, no matter what. So she's the first person that comes to my mind, but
okay,
there's so many great artists out right now.
Definitely.
So
okay, so let's go back to when you first started doing music.
Mm-hmm.
Let's chat about that. You said you've been doing music since you were a little girl, and now you're just coming to the forefront with your music. So
Mm-hmm.
what made you want to step out there, step out your creativity, your artistry as an artist now, rather than play the background?
That's a big question. I wasn't doing much with my music before. And pretty much my whole life, I was just playing for myself. And so I had always wanted to professionally release music, and I never really did. And then I had a lot of people in my life pushing me to release music, because like friends and family and Neeks was a big influence on that. Ever since I met him, he would always tell me like, you need to release music. You're so talented. Like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you sharing it with the world? Mm-hmm. And so it was a mixture of him pushing me to do it, and I got a lot of support from people. I put like a 20-second video on Instagram of me playing and singing a little song. And someone that I had met one time like messaged me and was like, why aren't you recording? Why aren't you releasing music? And I was like, well, I don't know, whatever. And he was like, well, what do you need to help you? And I was like, well, I don't have a microphone. So he actually bought me a microphone and sent it to me. And the same week, my best friend's boyfriend gave me a brand new like producing piano.
Wow.
And it was the same week, and they were like, we want you to do music. So I was getting a lot of support.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, I need to do this. Clearly the universe wants me to. And so that's kind of what made the journey start of releasing music as an artist.
Okay. And what was it like dropping your first single?
What was it like? It was huge for me. It was like marking a new path that I was going down. My life changed that day. I almost felt like I became a new person, like someone that I was like always supposed to be. Mm-hmm. I felt like I was always supposed to be doing music. It was my calling. And so it was such a big day when I finally did that. I was like, wow, this is the new journey that I'm going on.
Where you are and what's the driving force behind the brand Mïka now? What motivated you to do music, professionally, and what keeps you motivated right now?
Going back to previously, what I had said about, the motivation was a lot of support from people and from Neeks, and that still keeps me going. And just finally feeling like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's been cool creating this like brand and this, music persona, and like all of the whole journey of it has been cool. I've loved like figuring out the style of what I like to look like and what the music should sound like, and the videos and the photo shoots and everything. It's just been really cool to be able to like be so creative and the more that I do it, the more I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so excited for like all of the things that are about to happen. And that just like really keeps me going.
How would you describe your music now?
I think it's very honest, and it's obviously very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a very emotional person. There's a lot there, but I try to.
You're not emotional.
Well, I have a lot of emotions, but
Exactly.
yeah. So I feel like I can talk about like very intense feelings or intense situations and express them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love making other people feel like what I was feeling when I wrote that song. I love watching someone's response to listening to it. And when they tell me, they're like, wow, I can really feel like what you were feeling in that moment. And I love being able to do that, and it heals me. Mm-hmm. And so I hope that people can relate to what I'm talking about, and hopefully they can find some healing from my music also.
Yeah, what's the current like fan recognition and things that fans have been saying to you?
That is definitely the main thing I hear is always that they can really feel what I was feeling. Yeah, I get that. That's honestly the biggest one that I get. I also get a lot of tears. I've had a lot of people cry while listening to my music.
Oh.
I mean, good tears, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I love them. Yeah. It makes people feel a lot of things, be very emotional. And so that's typically the response that I get.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about your music videos. And you were saying how you watched the first one all the way to the third one, and you saw the evolution and the growth. What are some things as you were watching those music videos that came to your mind being on set? Like, now that you've been on 3 music video sets, like, what are some funny moments? What are some struggles that you've had? What's the growth that you see now?
The biggest growth has definitely been really putting my own spin on things, giving my input more. Mm-hmm. The first one, I wasn't as like hands-on with it, and just I could see things in the videos where I was like, oh yeah, that was like my idea, and I like really, so it was cool to see just being able to have more input on that. And there was a couple funny moments actually with the second video, Lifetime Alone, when we were down in like the LA River trenches, and we were, my idea was to be breaking wine bottles. And it's a lot harder than you would think. You know, wine glasses are so easy to break, but wine bottles are not. So I was using a bat to like hit the wine bottle. And this one in particular, I could not break it. And it actually dented the bat. Yeah, didn't break it. I like hit it really, really hard. It dented the bat, and I actually ended up fracturing my wrist. And then the bottle just bounced. And I was like, what is going on with this bottle? And I got really annoyed with it. So I picked it up and I like threw it across at the cement wall, and it just bounced off. And so we were all laughing so hard when that happened, because I was like, literally couldn't. So
what?
I know. And it was just a regular one. I know. So that was pretty funny.
Oh my goodness.
The wine bottle won.
That's
like it dented the bat. I still have I know. I still have the bat too.
Oh
so
my goodness. No, you have to. You have to
yeah, I kept it because it's great memory.
And you gotta get that bottle again. What?
I know. It was crazy.
Why was that?
Yeah. But you know, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Oh my So where do you see yourself in music videos in the future? Do you want to Beyonce it and create compilations for the albums? Do you want to tell more stories? Do you want to be behind the camera?
I think with my music videos, I like the idea of like making each one very different, like its own complete story that I'm trying to tell with different vibes. And because that's how every song is to me. You know, I think every song that I'm writing is like so separate and individual. And I like the idea of creating a video for each song that's like very unique and tells like a complete story on its own. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So what can we expect from you in the future? Do you want to create an EP, release an EP, release an album?
Definitely going to be a lot of singles coming out, a lot of videos coming out.
Yeah.
We have some really cool stuff cooking. I'm excited for it. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, like you said, how long have you been doing music now?
Professionally?
Professionally.
So January was a year of coming up with the idea of like, I want to do this. I released my first single in the end of June with a music video. Okay. So it hasn't been that long.
Okay. So you've been doing music full time for about a year now.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Feels amazing. It's
busy.
So busy. It's been a lot of work. It's been really hard. Just, you know, it's a lot of work on the sense of photo shoots and video shoots and recording in the studio and writing. And then, you know, I'm also just been working my normal job too. Mm-hmm. So it's been a lot of not getting a lot of sleep, a lot of hard work, but I think it's been paying off, and yeah, it's going to pay off. You know, absolutely. It's all worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah. The grind is, got to put in your 10,000 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Got to put in your hours. So what are you doing during your spare time then?
A lot of music.
Okay.
That is a lot of my spare time. I go to tons of like festivals and DJ shows and concerts. Like I love everything with music. That's a big part of what I do. I also love I do a lot of cooking and anything adventurous. I love going out and trying new things. I'm a very adventurous person. So, but I would say that music is typically what I do most of my spare time.
Anything else you want to leave us with?
I'm just really excited to share everything that I've been working on. I really am. It's been really fun. It's been really cool. Very creative process. So there's just so much more that I'm going to be releasing and showing. So I'm so excited for everyone to see that.
We're excited too. Mm-hmm. We're looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Support it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. And
thank you.
Thanks guys for watching. Once again, this is Mïka Lewis. I am Mia Rice. Tastemakers Collective on Apple News. Thanks for watching. Tune in for next time.